The VO Meter, measuring your voiceover progress. Whether you're a veteran voice actor just starting out or don't even know how to set a level, we're here to help you avoid the pitfalls along your voiceover path to success. The VO Meter is brought to you by Voice Actor Websites, Vocal Booth to Go, Global Voice Acting Academy, JMC Demos, and Sennheiser. The VO Meter is produced in part using Source Connect, made by source-elements.com. And now, your hosts, Paul Stefano and Sean Daly.
That was a decision that we made really early on, that we had 57 speakers and we just couldn't rely on 57 different people's internet connections and upload speeds. It would just be chaos. So because people are actually paying for a ticket, there's an expectation that they're getting what they pay for. So we knew, at Gravy for the Brain, we've got a T1 internet line, which is just like super, super fast and solid. And so we knew that we would be okay. And we were running, as I say, 3 live streams in a stream format from that one room. And we had no glitches there at all with the internet speed. So we knew we were going to do that, but we knew that it had to feel live. So we have a green screen studio at Gravy anyway, which we use for recording all of our courses and stuff. So we kind of hooked Peter up in that booth in the green screen studio, locked him away for 4 days. And, we fed him drink and food and stuff every now and again, but he basically didn't come out. So we had pre-recorded adverts. We got some nice motion graphics created for us. And then we would run some adverts from our sponsors, and we figured, actually we can do something a little bit more philanthropic as well. And so we contacted a local charity that we always support called Centrepoint, which is a homeless charity, because the homeless, if you think we're going through the ringer right now, the homeless have no one to even beg from anymore, and nobody's going out anymore, so they're really suffering. So we thought we could help there, and then it seemed right to us that we would support Greenpeace as well, because one of the probably only real benefits of this pandemic is that the environment is coming back to life and bird songs louder and the pollution's gone, and so we thought, actually, why not get them involved as well, and they were only too happy to come on board. And then after the adverts, we fed in the green screen, and this was the bit that was crucial to the whole show, was making it feel live. So Peter was reading out tweets of people that were tweeting about specific shows they'd just watched. Peter was also he had a half an hour break in between every set of announcements he had to do. So he was actually watching the streams and going and commenting on what had just happened, and then introducing the person that was then coming up. And that really helped to give the show a feeling of it actually being live and not just sort of TV. So then we played in the 40-minute thing, and then we had the live Q&A spun in at the end as well. And again, that gave that live feel. So it was a difficult thing to plan in, but once we'd found the kind of magic formula, we just repeated that, for all of the sessions, and it worked pretty well.
It absolutely worked. And I especially appreciated the personal shout out to me, but I think it was during the opening comments where you mentioned my haircut, so that was nice.
Yeah. Well, you saw the light and came over to the dark side with your shaved head, and I appreciated that.
Exactly. Although I must admit, it's been 12 days now, and I pretty much have a full head of hair again. It's kind of ridiculous. I'm basically a shaved ape.
Well, do you know what, though? I think people should take advantage of this while no one can see them. So your next challenge, Paul, is to grow your hair back and then shave it in Mr. T style. That's what I'd like to see from you.
Oh, the mohawk? I like that.
Yeah, I think you should. Why the hell not, right? It'll be funny.
Yeah, of course.
Who messes with Paul Stefano?
I tell you what, if you do that, I will donate £100 to the Centrepoint charity. How's that?
That's a good idea. Okay, you're on.
All right, good man.
All right, so you mentioned some of the challenges, but what would you say were some of the biggest challenges of putting on an online event such as this?
The biggest challenge was probably something you mentioned earlier on, which was convincing people that actually this was going to be a conference worth attending. Because, it had never been done before. There was actually an event that happened, I think in 2012, that John Florian did, which was a virtual conference.
Yeah, we talked about that in our last episode. What was it called, Sean?
That was VoiceOver Virtual.
That's right. The only difference between that one is that it wasn't live. So that's kind of how we were allowed to say that it was the world's first live virtual voiceover conference. So that's why that phrase came up. But no one had done this before, and people didn't know what to expect. And I think the people's main thought when they think about online and virtual is Zoom, right? And is £150 or $200 or whatever it was, is that worth going to for 30 Zoom sessions, or is it just boring? So I think that was the biggest challenge we had to overcome, was sort of pre-educating people that actually this wasn't going to be like that, and it was going to be like a conference, and it was going to be interactive and live. I think that was once we'd overcome that obstacle, that was the biggest thing that we had to overcome.
Thanks for listening to this episode of the VO Meter. To follow along, visit us at www.vometer.com.
We'd also love to hear your comments or suggestions for the show. Or if you have a questionable gear purchase, tell us all about it on our Facebook page or on Twitter @the VO Meter.